Yo, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Stubs Sunday Holiday Weekend Edition. Now, we did have update on Friday. Let me know in the comments below how many stubs you made. Was a good update. It should have been a good update. If you've been following along with these videos, you should have made quite a few stubs. I was up to about 650K, I think. I'm down to 250K because I've already been reinvesting in players, and I bought a few players that I wanted for a couple of the collections or whatever. The Carlos Santana, I finished that and finished the Buxton collection. So, and I've reinvested a bunch already. So we're going to go over cards that are worth investing in for the next update, which should be in about, I think it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And yeah, so we'll get an early start on some investments that are good now and should be good at that time. So let's get into it. All right, first off, like I said, Freddy Freeman, a lot of people asked me about Freddy Freeman last time. Now, if you sold him Friday, like right off the rip, he was about 45K on Friday, you probably did okay. But if you held on to him hoping he would go up because he's a 90 overall now, I said, and I've been trying to tell people and stream this too, he has been out for too long to hold a high price. Will he maybe creep up a little bit from this? Possibly. But yeah, if you held on to him too long, you probably lost out a little bit on that. So if we're looking at diamonds that could potentially go up next update, I mean, PCA is still raking, but I just don't trust it. Ronald Acuna is too high already, but he's already, if you've been paying attention, has come out blasting. But again, he's been under 88 for so long, and his card is already up there. I don't like that at all. Corbin Carroll, I think, is still a good investment. He's pretty close to quick sell. And man, Jacob deGrom just really took off. Who else we got here in diamond? Let's go over the rest of the diamonds here. Brian Woo's at quick sale. He's been pretty good, but he's already 86, so I don't really like that much. Same thing with Hunter Brown and Hunter Green, and Cal Riley getting a big bump. Man, that was nice. Same thing with Joe Ryan. All these going to 86 were super nice. I like Yamamoto. He's a quick sell. He's arguably the best starter in the National League, or right there. I still think Yamamoto's a solid investment. I picked up, I think, about 40 of these the other day at quick sell. So I still like him a lot to go up some more. Garrett Crochet eventually could go up too. He's at quick sell. You can't lose anything there. He's not going to go down. Logan Webb got his diamond. That was kind of clutch. That was kind of cool. Josh Hader got his diamond. Bregman got his, but now he's hurt. Buxton's a quick sell, but yeah, he's just too fragile. Evaldi's a quick sell. I just don't know how much more they can really move him up. So I don't really like him much. Now, if we get into the golds, I love Julio Rodriguez. He's starting to hit again. He's starting to catch a stride. I think he's a solid investment. He's 291 over quick sell price, but I like him a lot. Pablo Lopez is having a stellar year. He did get to 84. I still think this is, if you can get him for under 2,000 stubs, it's a good buy. Max Fried's already cashed out. Everybody expects him to go diamond next time. Cody Bellinger is another player to keep an eye on. Now, if you can pick him up for, under 2,000, he might be good, but I love Teoscar. I have 150 Teoscars right now. And I was buying him at quick sell this last update, and I kept telling you guys to buy him when he was down. He's up to 2,100, 2,200. If he dips just a little bit under this, I mean, even at this, I think he's going to go diamond. He's in that Dodgers lineup, and he's just like all the rest of them, man. He just keeps hitting and hitting and hitting. So I really like Teoscar a lot. Manny did get to 84. I just don't like his offense much. I don't know why Seiya didn't move at all. This one here is disappointing. I still like him as a diamond hold, but I don't understand why he didn't get any kind of traction at all. A lot of people like Logan O'Hoppe. I think the price is too high. I'm not a big fan, but the Angels are playing great. Jeremy Pena is playing really well. This could be a really good hold for diamond investment. He's starting to hit again. You could buy Adley Rutschman on the downfall right now and hope that he gets it back and gets his diamond back, because the first time he gets hot, they're going to be looking to move him back to a diamond. Sonny Gray losing another one was kind of surprising to me, but he's kind of, been hit and miss. But he's kind of one of those players I'd watch, because if he pitches like he did in his last start, 4 or 5 starts in a row, he's going to get his diamond back. Carlos Rodon is pitching really well. I like him as a hold for diamond. Dansby Swanson, I really like as a hold for diamond. He's really starting to hit in that Cubs lineup. Paul Goldschmidt just continues to hit. If he starts adding more homers to his hitting, Paul Goldschmidt's definitely going to be worth buying up. Let's just go take a look at Paul's year here. Let's go look at MLB Stats. So if we go look at OPS for this year, Aaron Judge still up top. Freddy Freeman still killing it. Shohei, Kyle Schwarber, my God, having a year. Raphael Deers starting to pick up, but his price is, we'll go look, but I'm pretty sure his price is already pretty high. There's Corbin Carroll. James Wood, I absolutely love him as a hold for gold. We'll get to him eventually. Kyle Tucker's hitting. There he is right there. He's only got 5 homers right now. But if he gets to double-digit homers before the next update, this is crazy. He doesn't strike out at all. His on base dipped below 400, but if it goes back over 400 with this slugging, he'll get his OPS back over 900. But he's hitting 344. Absolutely crazy. CJ Abrams is another player I absolutely love, but we'll cover them. And here's Seiya Suzuki, 871, 13 bombs, 46 RBIs. Here's what's killing him, though, the on base. 319 on base. That is what is absolutely killing Seiya. Now, torque, 13 homers, 40 RBIs, but 347 on base, but his average is a little lower. But the on base matters a little more than the average. So I think torque's about hit his limit. So I wouldn't suggest getting in on torque, but I still like Jackson Churio to get hot at some point. But he's 40 over. If you can get him for quick sell, I like Jackson Churio. And, if Paul Goldschmidt dips a little bit, I wouldn't mind picking him up as a hold for diamond, but he's got to start getting some more power. All right, a surprise gold for me was Mason Wynn. He has been playing better since they moved him to the 2-hole, but man, I just feel like this is his cap for right now, and I'm a Cardinal fan, so I would be honest with you about that. I just feel like that's his cap. I think Riley Green is a solid hold for diamond. He's really starting to have a nice season, and he's right there around quick sell price. It's a good buy. Elliot Ramos is another one. He's a quick sell. He got his gold. He's really hitting that Giants lineup. He could be another one they can move towards diamond. Emmanuel Clase, if you believe in him, I don't. I think his walk rate and everything, his numbers are, I've been hearing all week from people, he's going to get his diamond back this update. He's going to get his diamond back. And I kept saying, no, he's been bad. People look at his ERA, and that doesn't matter. Look at his whip. It's terrible. If he can change that, then he's a good investment and a hold for the rest of the year. But I don't know. He just doesn't look the same this year. Freddy Peralta, great buy. Let's go look at Freddy Peralta here. All right, Freddy Peralta is 5-3. His whip is a little high at 1.117. 60 strike. He's striking out a batter per inning. He's got 1.8 WAR. Let's go look at his last 5 games. He lost to Pittsburgh here. He must have, did he come out early? He didn't get hurt, did he? Maybe it was just a rough, he only gave up 1 earned run. So that's weird that he came out early, but he's not pitching a lot of innings though, 5.1. So maybe not. I just looked at his WAR and everything, and initially I thought it was better, and he is striking out a batter per inning, but he's walking a lot. That's the issue. Yeah, that's why his whip is so high. He's walking so many batters, but he is a quick sell, so I guess you're not going to lose anything because he's not going to go down. But man, I thought he was having a better year. Maybe he's one that we just keep an eye on. But I could have swore he was having a better season. But yeah, he's not really pitching a lot of innings. That's kind of surprising to me. I guess I just glanced at him a little too quickly. I know Matt Olson's having a good year, but the problem is his card is, pretty power based. So it's hard to get improvements there. I still like Jacob Wilson as a long-term hold, but he's 108 over quick sell right now, but I think he's a good long-term hold. Really good hitter. Let's go. There's Torque. He's capped out, I think. I don't know. I just don't see him going much higher with what he does. All right, another guy that started pitching well is Corbin Burns. As you can see, though, he's 153 over quick sell price already. So he's up there a little bit. So people are already investing pretty heavily in him. But if we look at his last few games, 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 6 innings, no earned run, 7 innings, no earned run, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5.1, 5 1/3 innings, 1 earned run. The problem with him right now is his whip is a little high at 1.17. He's not striking out enough batters, but he's someone to definitely keep an eye on. I think people are paying a little bit too high price for him though right now, but he is starting to pitch better. So he's somebody we can monitor for now. Maybe check next week and see how his prices are looking and his stats for his next start or two. Like I mentioned earlier, Raphael Deers, look at this price. Like people are going nuts. And the problem I see with him outside of price is it's hard to get him back to his diamond because of his power on his card is so high already. He's got 94 power against right. Now, if he's hitting homers against left, then maybe. But let's go look at his splits. Where's he at here? He was up here, Devers. Let's go look. Let's go take a look at Raphael's splits here. Versus left. He's hitting 319, slugging 478. He does have 2 homers against right and 875 OPS. So he's actually hitting for a higher average. So let's go take a look at his card here. So contact is pretty solid. Versus left is already up there. We need a few more home runs to get this power versus left up. How's his strikeout rate looking? Let's go look at his strikeout rate here. All right, so 2025, he's 56 strikeouts in 202 at bats. That's not terrible. I mean, he's striking out 25% of his at bats right now. That's not terrible either, but it's not going to cause his number to go up. But yeah, his overall, the way he started, this is crazy. I mean, you could have considered how bad of a start he had. So I still don't like him because of his price. But, you know, there is a path to him getting a diamond. I just think his price is way too high to invest in right now. All right, so we're getting into the silvers. Kodi Senga lost his gold, and this is absolutely nuts. And you can see people are still investing in him. He's still at gold price. He's having a better year than I think MLB the Show's giving him credit for. Let's just go take a look here at Kodi. I know there was someone in the comments who said his whip was too high, and it is at 1.19, but he's at almost 2 WAR. He's not striking out enough batters. That's the problem. He needs to strike out more batters, and he's not doing it. His hits per 9 is up. That's the big issue. But his home runs per 9 is way down. 0.2. He's not giving up any homers. He's just walking and giving up too many hits, and his strikeouts per 9 is down. That's his problem. So his strikeout to walk ratio is not good either. So unless that improves, there's just no way they can move him up. I do agree with the viewer that until that improves, but I don't think he should have lost his gold, but he did. Reese Olson, really like him, pitching really well. The Detroit staff is just really, really good. There was some other silvers here. Let's take a look. All right, James Wood, I still think is a hold for diamond for this season. He's already at a little above the 80 gold price. They're slowly moving him along, but if we go look, let me go find the MLB numbers here. All right, here's James Wood. He's got 13 homers, 35 RBIs. He is striking out a lot, but his on base is 380. His average is still 284, and he's slugging 543 for 923 OPS. I just feel like they're just moving him along slowly. But usually they like to push these younger players a lot more. So I still like James Wood as a long-term hold. If we go look at his card here, he's got 74 power right, 56 left. His contact and vision are still low, and that's because he's striking out a lot. And if we go look, let's go break down his stats here and see why his clutch is so low. Let's take a look at the splits. So versus left, his stats are almost identical average-wise. His on-base is a little lower against left, but his slugging is higher. And so his OPS is pretty close. He's got 5 homers against left, 8 against right. How about with runner at second? 259, runner at third, 200. First and second, 500. First and third, he's only got 3 at-bats. Second and third, he's got 6 at-bats, 333. Bases loaded, he's hitting 1,000. Runners in scoring position, 280. So, you know, his clutch could definitely come up. His power versus left could definitely come up. So he's got to cut down his strikeouts. If he cuts down his strikeouts, his card's really going to explode. That's the biggest thing, is his strikeouts are really what's holding him back, in my opinion. So if he can cut down on his strikeouts some, he's definitely getting to Diamond. But I still like him as a long-term hold for Diamond this year. I think there's a way to get him there. SDS is going to do it because they like pushing these younger players, especially. I definitely think he's going gold next time, but the problem is he's already above gold price. So just going to have to monitor him. But he's definitely a long-term Diamond hold, in my opinion. Another guy I like to go gold next time. I thought he might get there this time, but they didn't push him because I guess the sample size is too small, and that's Avon Herrera. Problem is, again, though, he's getting close to the gold price, but his bat is crazy. Let's just go take a look at his stats. He doesn't qualify yet because he missed too many games. He missed like 30 games this year, but let's just go take a look at his stats. Look at this. In 63 at-bats, he's putting up a 1.1 WAR, the highest OPS in baseball, and OPS plus, higher than Aaron Judge if he had enough at-bats to qualify. 397 batting average, 473 on base, 730 slug. I mean, he reminds me of when Albert Pujols came on the scene. He's not a great defensive catcher. It's a work in progress, but long term, I just don't think he's going to be there. His bat is too good to make him a catcher because catchers don't play enough. Now, they could part-time catcher him and DH him the rest of the time. Wilson Contreras is going to be here for a couple more years unless he decides he wants to be traded. So first base really isn't an option. Maybe they try to turn him into a left fielder because he does have decent speed and he's a good athlete. So maybe they try to turn him into a left fielder and, you know, they maneuver some things around there. But his bat plays. So I just think he's too athletic to be a DH his entire time. So maybe they start working on him at first base a little bit to give him some more flexibility and position. So then Wilson could DH a little more since he's older. But yeah, his bat is crazy. I really like it a lot. Let's go look at how they have his card set up. 95 contact right, 76 left. The left is definitely going to come up. Power right. Both his powers will come up. His vision, he doesn't strike out a ton. So yeah, like, let's just go look at his strikeout rate. That's the last 5 games, 2025, 12 strikeouts in 74 plate appearances. So yeah, he doesn't strike out a lot. He puts the ball in play. Crazy offensive tools. So definitely a long-term hold for high gold. So I still think he's worth investing in. I'm sitting on about 400 of them. So it's tempting to sell him off because I bought him at a lot of these at 25 stubs when he was hurt. A ton of these at 25 stubs. So he's still very tempting. CJ Abrams is another hold for gold, I believe. Let's go look at CJ here. Yeah, I don't know why CJ's not on this list. His OPS is 909. I mean, does he not have enough? He should have enough at bats, right? Yeah. I don't know why he's not appearing on there. But anyways, 155 OPS plus, 909 OPS, 1.8 WAR, 9 stolen bases, 8 homers, 303 average. The kid is a stud. I actually like him more overall than James Wood, but again, he's already at the gold price, but I think he's a long-term hold for Diamond. Let's go take a look at his card. 78 contact, 77 contact, 70 power, 54 power. So we got to check out the power versus left. Vision, his clutch, we'll go check out that. His fielding, once he gets his fielding update, is 34. Once the fielding update comes out on these cards, he's definitely going to jump up a lot. That's actually crazy. But yeah, let's go take a look at why is he not here? All right, let's take a look at CJ splits. So versus left, 283. It's not terrible. His on base is a little low. Slugging's decent, 793 OPS. 2 of his homers versus 6. Let's go look at runners at second, 125. Runners at third, 333. First and second, 250. Second and third, 500. Bases loaded, 500. Scoring position, 280 with a 400. Yeah, see, so that's why his clutch isn't great. If he starts hitting better with runners in scoring position, that will help a lot. That's not bad. That'll play. His OPS could come up, or his on-base percentage could come up a little bit. They have his OPS at 887. There we go. Where is he? 88. Yep, there's CJ. 887. I must have hit the wrong button or something. Yeah, but his slugging's really good. His on base could come up a little bit, and his batting average is really good. So CJ Abrams, I like him a lot. Him and James Wood are both in the same category, though. I think they're kind of hold for diamond guys. All right, if we look at the pitching side, like I said, all these guys are pitching good. There's Yamamoto, 0.91 whip, average against 172, which I believe is close to the best in the National League, if not the best. Let's just take a look here. 161. Yeah, Yamamoto is best in the National League. So that's really good. That's why I like him so much. But let's talk about two other players that I like a lot. Obviously, Matthew Liberatore. I'm sitting on so many of these. He did get to 77, which is what I thought, 77, 78. They're kind of taking their time with him a little bit because this is the first year where he's really had a chance to start. But he is half of 80 gold price. I still like him a lot. He shoved again yesterday against the Diamondbacks. And if we look here, his whip is 1.01, 229 average against, 273 earned run average. Let's actually go break his card down a little bit here. Let's go look at his. So he's striking out 6.38 per walk. His hits per 9 is his career best. His K to walk rate is his career best. His home runs per 9 is his career best. Walk rate, strikeout rate is a little under last year. It would be nice to see that come up just a little bit more. Start missing a few more bats. But yeah, overall, he's having an obvious career season. I still like him as a hold for gold. And his price point's not terrible. He does need 3 points, but if he continues to shove like he did yesterday, let's go look at his start yesterday, as a matter of fact. Against Arizona, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. This is what I mean. The strikeout rate needs to come up a little. He needs to strike out, miss a few more bats. But look at these starts. 5.1 against one of the better teams in baseball, Philadelphia. 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts. He's not walking a lot. KC, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. And Arizona, again, another good team. 6 hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. His last 7 games, like I said, his strikeout rate needs to come up, 33 and 41 innings. His whip is good, though. Yeah, his hits need to come down a little bit, and his strikeouts need to go. He needs to miss a few more bats to get to that gold, but he's well on his way. He's having a stellar season. All right, one last player that I really like, and this is a redemption story, and it's another Detroit Tiger, and that is Javy Baez. He did get to 77. His buy price is 150, so that's what about not quite a third, but pretty close to a third of the gold price. If we go take a look at Javy's season, 1.7 WAR, 293 average, which is crazy for him. His on base is what's kind of hurting him right now. His OPS 805, OPS plus 127. Yeah, he's having a resurgence this season. He's playing some center field. Let's look at his strike. He's still striking out quite a bit, 69 already in 289 plate appearances. You know, that's quite a few strikeouts, but yeah, I mean, like I said, or no, it's 34. What am I looking at? Oh God, I was looking at last year. 34 in 155 appearances. Still a little high. 127 OPS plus. It's highest since 2021. Everything is his highest since 2021. He's had 3 bad seasons in a row in Detroit, and he's kind of found it again. I just wonder if it's sustainable, but if it is, and he continues to hit at this kind of clip, he's definitely going to get his gold back. And you remember at one point he was a diamond. Like, he was a cover athlete for this game. So he is somebody they will definitely look to push. It's a good redemption story. It's a good story because he was a former diamond and on the cover. So it's just a great story for baseball. So I really like him at this price. It's a little risky because, again, it's Javy Baez. But he definitely a low risk, high reward if he gets the gold. So that's my last pick for the week. I've been trying to comb through the common players to see if there's anybody that has a chance to break out anytime soon. But the only ones that are common that are doing well are already selling for ridiculous prices, like Nick Kurtz. Make sure you put the space in that name. Gunnar Hoagland's been struggling a little bit, so I can't recommend buying him, even though, you know, he is pretty cheap. You know, if you can get Gunnar Hoagland maybe for 5 to 8 stubs, it might be worth picking up because he is only 25 years old and there's a lot of hype around him. So maybe he's worth picking up, but yeah, at the end of the day, that's kind of where we're at. This is the market's a little inflated right now, so it's not the best time to necessarily buy a lot of cards. But those are the ones that I like this week. Hopefully by next Sunday, the market will have settled a little bit and we can find some solid investments for the next update. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really want to hear from you how many stubs you made, where you're at with your live series collections, and who else you like to be upgraded in the next couple of weeks. Please leave those comments in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, share this video, leave a like, and until next time, you can catch me right here, same buck time, same buck channel.